You probably don't know it, but you have certainly used a product already washing your hands or in your bathroom. So hello, I'm Maxime de Villenfagne and I'm managing Savonneries Bruxelloises, an old soap factory since 100 years here in central Brussels. Regarding our clients, we are mainly focused on B2B, so 95% is B2B and 5% of our business is our own range of products, Savonneries Bruxelloises. This year we celebrate our 100 years and we were looking for a strong software to support our growth for the coming 100 years. We went from 4 weeks of orders to 6 months, and managing 6 months of orders and stock was really a challenge for us. Before we were just doing all our recipe by hand on paper. We were facing a lot of manual errors and mistakes in our old Excel files, and now we want to digitalize the entire processes. Now with Odoo, we have a fully integrated process from the quotation to the delivery. We avoid manual errors in the process and we gain precious time for our work. I just received a phone call from a client that works with olive oil and he wants to develop a new soap using his own olive oil. With that client, we'll first define the shape of the soap he wants to make and then the recipe. In this case, he wants to have a white soap with olive leaves, the fragrance olive flower, and using 1% of his own olive oil. The recipe is defined. We will move on with the quotation. In the quotation, we will find my soap, using the inventory cost, but also adding the information on the future expected cost from my supplier and adding a margin to the cost. When validating the manufacturing order, I see that I miss one ingredient. The olive flower fragrance is missing. I don't have enough in stock. I will need to trigger a new PO to my supplier to restock that ingredient. I apply a batch number to the manufacturing order to ensure traceability throughout the process. 4 weeks later, I receive that product from my supplier. I can move on with the reception of that ingredient. On Odoo, I will print the labels necessary with a barcode to scan that ingredient in my stock and do the physical inventory of that ingredient. Having all ingredients in stock, I can then move on with my manufacturing order. The production is ready. We can validate the production in the system. For that, we will validate the number of soaps exactly produced, because on a production we always have a delta of minus plus 10% from what was ordered from the client and what was really produced in production. This will also deduct automatically from the stock all raw materials consumed during production to maintain my inventory always up to date. Now that I have validated the number of soaps produced, I can also move on with the delivery by spreading all my soaps in carton box and on pallets to do the packing list and invoice the exact number of soaps produced. Next to the B2B activity, we also have our own shop in central Brussels, in the Royal Gallery, where we sell our own range of products. For that, we implemented the point of sales that enables us to sell our products directly, generate a ticket for the client, but also, most importantly, we have a real-time inventory of what's in the shop and what has been consumed during the month. I have experience with SAP implementation and we know how the nightmare it can be, so we wanted something that could easily be taken on hand and on which we could work ourselves with the support of partners.
EasyIT is an Odoo Gold partner. We help our customer in their transition to Odoo and also in their optimization of their process during the whole projects.
We had very good contacts with EasyIT that supported us in the implementation and that worked hand in hand with us to understand our reality and see how we could implement our processes with the standard of Odoo.